Well, John Deere green, it has long been a staple for many in agriculture. And our next guest, well, she was born into it. She grew up in a John Deere family, which has helped shape her perspective on agriculture. And she is featured on this week's Diaries podcast. Happy to have her on the program, Precision Upgrades Product Marketing Manager, Taryn Fischels. Taryn, what a pleasure. So excited to have you here and excited to hear your podcast. We know that it is out now, so we're going to get a little preview. And as I said, you grew up in a John Deere family, a long family history with the company. Is that right?
Yes, Suzanne, thanks for having me today. I did grow up in a John Deere family, and really what that means is I've had several family members that have worked for John Deere, mostly in production roles, building equipment in our factories, right? And so it's really shaped my perspective on agriculture, and I'm really grateful for the experience.
All right, Taryn, let me ask you this. Was it just a given in your family that you're going to follow in the footsteps? I mean, and maybe there was something that really brought you to the company, that you kind of found your passion on your own that got you hooked.
Yeah, I don't think it was just a given. It was kind of an interesting way that things worked out. I had gotten an opportunity to have an internship kind of in our communication and kind of media focused roles. And through that really led me to kind of the technology and equipment side of things. And it's really what I've fallen in love with. But how it's shaped my perspective on agriculture is just that familial tie that's in ag, right? And you think about farmers that I get to meet with and farm families I get to meet with. And oftentimes that farm has been in their family for 100 years. And so it's just given me such a deep appreciation for how my family has been connected to Deere and agriculture, and then that greater connection, that familial connection in ag.
Yeah, you got to love that. Multi-generational. A little bit more, Taryn, on your role working with farmers on upgrading, right, their old equipment. And that's what you're passionate about. And that's really what brings you to the field with farmers and also dealers. You get to see firsthand the challenges they face. How has that changed you in a way?
Yeah, it's been amazing to work alongside dealers and farmers in different ways. But how it's changed me is really becoming an advocate for ag, right? Especially to people that are outside of agriculture that didn't get to grow up on a farm, helping them understand all of the challenges that farmers face when they grow our fuel, grow our food, and grow our fiber, and helping them understand how, in a lot of ways, they're doing that with technology that's helping them be more efficient with their inputs, like fertilizers and things of that nature, and just helping the broader audience outside of ag just understand all the work farmers are doing in the field and the technology and efficiencies that they're really doing it with care and putting so many hours and effort into that.
Well, I love that. And I want to talk a little bit about your background. I know you grew up right in a small town in Iowa, not necessarily on a farm, but farming was all around you in a rural American town. So rural life obviously has stayed with you. And I'm sure, though, it not only has influenced you, but everything is constantly evolving. So you're learning as you go, I'm sure, and be able to spread the word to those who didn't grow up in ag. Hey, this is an open door. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. So I grew up in Northeast Iowa, a small town up there. And so that's really stayed with me to this day. And we think about things like helping your neighbor, being true to your word. Those are all like common sense things we pick up in small town life. But you make a great point of ag, technology in ag especially is ever changing, and staying up to date with that. And my motto this whole time has been like, be a sponge, right? Think about all the things you can learn. Don't really hold yourself back by what you don't know. Like, be excited to learn, make an effort to learn. And there's so many people in this industry that are willing to help bring others in and to share that knowledge. And it's really just been so welcoming and the best learning experience I could ask for.
I love it. I'm so excited about your podcast. Taryn Fischels, thank you so much. Of course, congratulations on being in the spotlight, as I like to say. Of course, Taryn Fischels with John Deere. You want to catch her Dirt Diaries episode? It is out today wherever you listen to your podcast. And if you want to listen on the radio, you can do that as well. That's going to happen Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern on Rural Radio, Channel 147.